Fight Talk, and you're here for another live prediction. And we've got a bit of a corker here. We were moaning, me and Ender moaning about the heavyweights the other day, and then they deliver two on one day. We've got Oleksandr Usyk versus Daniel Dubois. Yeah, let's go straight for it. Bugger the intro.
Usyk, you're not doing your cool intro.
Not yet. We'll do an outro. Usyk, 20 fights, 20 wins, 13 knockouts. Dubois, 20 fights, 19 wins, 18 knockouts. So like I was saying, on paper, it's a great fight. I know a lot of people look at it very differently. It's being held in Poland, and it's obviously for the IBF, IBO, WBA, WBO. We last saw Daniel Dubois out. Was it Kevin Lorena or Lorena? How you want to say it? And he won a TKO round 3, but that was 3rd of December, I think, was the last time Dubois was out. Usyk was obviously against AJ, which was it split decision or was it unanimous?
I think it was actually split.
I think that was
majority,
split, wasn't it?
Majority. Someone had him a draw. Was it?
Yeah.
And the judges had him winning. Something like it was controversial, anyways.
But that was the 20th of August, which was the last time we saw that one. And to be fair, each time we've seen Usyk, he looks in better shape as a heavyweight. And I saw pictures of him the other day, and he looked great. I'm not going to lie. He really looked like he's moulded now, isn't he? Into the shape of the heavyweight, because people weren't sure at first, but he's done it. This is obviously on the 26th of August. Who's going first? Usyk, Dubois. Interesting shout, to be fair. Go on, Luke. We haven't had you for a while, mate.
Yeah, it's an interesting fight on paper because you've got that intangible thing that Dubois has, which is the power. You know, if he lands the right hand, if he lands the left hook, which he's shown recently with Shane McGuigan, you know, it's a weapon, you know, and those are two punches that you have to throw against a southpaw, which Usyk is. But look, I think personally, Usyk is too good. He's going to bamboozle Dubois, I think. We've seen in the Joyce fight that Dubois can't adjust in the middle of a round. When something's not working for him, he just looked lost, didn't know what to do. And if he couldn't get past Joyce's jab, what's he going to do with Usyk's footwork and Usyk's pot shots with the left hand, spinning off, getting that nice right uppercut in? I just think it's going to be a slow beating for Dubois. Dubois is tough, and there's no doubt about that. You know, he fought until his eye was completely shut against.
That was awful. That was.
You know,
that was awful.
People can call him a quitter all they want, but you know what? He made the right decision that night. And it's gone on to show because he's went and won an interim title or regular belt or whatever you want to call it. And he's done well for himself since. Now, he has split with Shane McGuigan, hasn't he?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Who's training him now? Was it the fellow you just recently interviewed, Joel?
I'm not too sure, to be fair. I know he's it sounds like
trainer. What's his name?
Was it Dowling or Downing or?
No, the fella he got into he was there with Hay and the street fight. What's his name? His name's escaping me at the moment. I apologise to him.
It'll come later.
Don Charles.
Oh, isn't that Derek Chisora's old trainer?
Yes.
Was Don Charles with it?
So I think he's training Dubois now, I think. But either way, look, I think you could have 10 lads training Dubois and they wouldn't be able to put their minds together. I think.
I love how we went around to find the name and then we just went, well, anyway.
No, it doesn't matter.
But I think Usyk's probably going to get a 10th or 11th round stoppage. I think he's going to put a beating on Dubois.
Yeah. There we go. Ender.
Well, we've had the man with the knowledge. There's nothing I say that really differs from what Luke said. I think there's a gulf in class when it comes to boxing skill between Dubois and Usyk, and that's not as much a slight on Dubois as it sounds, because Usyk is head and shoulders class-wise above most of the heavyweight scene. You know, in fact, I'd say class-wise, when it comes to skill level, he is the top dog. You know, it's obviously the power and the stature that gives, say, Tyson Fury and others an advantage there. But Dubois, we saw it in other fights, how, like Luke said, how he doesn't change, finds it hard to change when he's on the wrong kind of a foot. So what I think will happen is, like Luke said, I think this is going to be just a one-sided kind of beat down, and I think Usyk might even target that eye, but I think it could be a reason for the stoppage. It could be that eye fracture coming back to haunt him. But I think Usyk stops him, and I think he stops him in the mid to late rounds. So I don't know. Am I drawn to this a lot? I seem to be saying this a lot, but I'm going for Usyk by stoppage in round 6 to 9.
Okay.
There you
I just
go.
want to
The
point
calm
out as
one.
well, lads, I'm not wearing a silly hat. That is just a lampshade.
I was a fan.
I was
That
going to
it
say
was
it's a very
illuminating,
interesting hairstyle.
illuminating gold from it.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's my
Yeah,
halo.
not a lot, not a
Oh,
lot.
that's what it is. That's what it is. Anyway, moving on from Luke's halo. Yeah, here we go. Just quickly, Arsenal forever. Usyk is levels above Dubois. Usyk would just be too good for him. And to be fair, we've seen it because every time Usyk, not that we've doubted him, we kind of weren't sure at the start when he went up to heavyweight. We weren't really sure where he was going to sit or whether it was that step too far because of the size difference. But now we're seeing this guy evolve into a heavyweight. And I personally, I can't see anything other than Usyk winning. If he's going to win on points, he'll win on points easily because, like you say, Dubois it can be quite flat-footed. Usyk will dance around you all night. That's just what he does, and he can do it. He could do it for 15, 20 rounds. Usyk he's got this amazing stamina, and he would just keep going. Dubois, he's got a puncher's chance, no doubt about it, and he has got power, like Luke was saying. There's nothing to stop him that he couldn't rock Usyk. There could be a chance, but I think as the rounds go on, it just falls in Usyk's favour. Dubois would need to shock him or get him out early if he's going to get the job done, because Usyk just, once he's got that momentum, you just can't stop the bloke. No. Even Joshua was trying, he just could not find a way in.
The thing is with Usyk as well, like the mental pressure he puts on you. So like he's just half a step away. That's all he is at all times. He's never ages away. So he's always in front of you, and you're trying to time him coming in, and he's feinting you, moving, and you're trying to get your jab off. And when you can't even get that off, if you can't land a jab, what can you land? Yeah. And then you start getting mentally pushed, and it gets harder and harder as rounds go on, and he ups the levels. Like we've seen that brilliantly against, probably the best example was against Tony Bellew, where he started in first gear and Bellew thought he was doing great, shimmying and moving around and catching him the odd shot, but then every round he just stepped it up. And by round 5 or 6, Bellew was spent just because the mental pressure, he had to think about everything. And unless you're a thinking man's fighter, and I don't think Dubois is, no offense to him, like he can box, but I don't think he's got that cerebral IQ about him. Like,
it's natural to Usyk, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's natural. He doesn't think. Exactly. He just does it.
No,
he just does it.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
And if you can't keep up with that mental pressure of, oh God, he's coming. Okay, he's moving. I have to move back. Where am I going to go? Where am I going to shoot? You've got that for 3 minutes of every round. It's getting worse and worse and worse. It's demoralizing. And that's why I think, eventually I can see it being something like Dubois on the ropes, just covering up, and Usyk teeing off on him, and the ref might just stop it. That's where I see it going. Yeah.
As I say, if you're going to get a stoppage, I think it's late on. If not, it'd just be wide points. I think that's just the way it works. But Arsenal forever. A quick question to both of you: who has got the better IQ in boxing, Fury or Usyk? In your opinions, lads, we'll make it a quick one.
Usyk.
Oh, it's a million miles wide, Usyk. I think Tyson Fury's IQ has been greatly exaggerated.
If you let me just put it this way: if you made Fury the same size as Usyk, he'd be nothing.
Exactly.
Well, there you go, Arsenal forever. You now know. So yeah, let us know in the
What was
comments.
your opinion on that, Joel?
To be fair, do you know what? I think Tyson's a clever fighter. There's no doubt in it. And I think all of us would say he uses his weight, his height, his reach,
Oh,
he
yeah.
uses all of it. That's his ring IQ, is what he's got. He uses to his advantage. But when you look at Usyk, I think as a total package, the guy is unreal. He's just unreal. You doubt the guy, and he just pushes onto, and as you say, levels.
Yeah.
Fury
Well,
hasn't had to go level above level above level above level. Don't get me wrong, Wilder had to push him levels, but I think if you
But that was
saw
physicality, really.
if you saw the Usyk Fury though situation, I think IQ wise, that's where you'll see how good Fury is as to how many levels he can push himself. It's an IQ thing. Fury knew how to outbox a big puncher, but does he know how to outbox another guy that's got the same IQ as him? That would be the big thing for me.
I just want to say as well before we finish this one, I never doubted Usyk. I had him picked to be heavyweight champion when he moved up. I think he's excellent. I love him.
Do you know what? It's not a case of doubt. It's a case of when he went from cruiser to heavy, I think everyone went, how far can this guy go? And I think he's just proved how good he is. That's
absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? That's
yeah.
Everyone looks at a fighter when they go up the weight, don't they? Because you don't know how they're going to adjust. But
like what sealed it for me was
incredible
seeing him beat up Joyce in the WSB all those years ago. And then you see, like, you know, Joyce is the juggernaut now. Usyk fucking played with him, so that showed all them years ago that Usyk could mix it with the big boys, you know.
Yeah.
And now he's shown us again, and he's like you said, Joel, at the start of the video, very rightly, he's grown into the weight class so well.
Yeah,
he looks excellent, physically excellent, and he's probably added years onto his career by doing that.
Yeah,
you know, by making that move up and putting on the weight, the good weight, he's probably added longevity to this career. Where he might have been retired by now if he was still cruiserweight, he could probably box another 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. Let us know in the comments, how are we totally overlooking Dubois, or are we just stating facts? Let us know. Hit the subscribe button as well. Ding the bell for all
any Dubois fanboys, get in the chat.
Yeah, let us know, because it will be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. There's no doubt in the three of us are looking forward to seeing it, because it'll just be an interesting fight, to be fair.
Yeah. No, we'll all watch it, that's for sure.
Oh, 100%. Let us know.
Ender's
got the giggles.
So you shouldn't laugh at your own joke, but I just thought that was a bit low blow what I said there.
Anyway, thanks for watching JD's Fight Talk, and we will see you soon. Have some of this.
Have it.